What is up, guys? Let's watch 5930 here with a deck profile. What? I never do these. Yes, as you can tell by the title, we are doing a deck profile for the Afterglow deck that I actually took to Springfest of 2019, which was last month. And yeah, I should have done this video a little sooner, but whatever, I'm busy. But anyways, yes, this is my Afterglow deck. And yes, I have been working on this deck for a good while, and I think I've gotten it to more or less good. Playable would be a way to do it, or a way to describe it. This deck is actually, well, at the time, very budget. The most expensive card in this deck was $10, and I had to get 4 of them, so I spent a little under, like, maybe $70 on this entire deck. Now you'll know which card I'm talking about. Is not under $10 or $10 or so dollars. Now it's about 25 plus, because people got to it and they realized, wow, this card is actually super good. But yeah, first of all, as you could tell, full Afterglowed out. I had to get it with my favorite, Himari. She does play bass. I do play drums, but I play bass as well. I started off playing bass. And I don't know, I just like Himari. She's really cute. She's really cool. Anyways, I was thinking about getting a Himari mat, but whatever. Deck box is good because I got this bad boy here. But yeah, second thing you gotta have in your Bang Dream deck, these Girl Band Pico sleeves. They are double sleeved. I'll put up a picture. These are the oversleeves that I use, and I really do like these oversleeves. They feel really good in shuffling, especially if you have like issues with cards getting stuck together. I highly suggest you use these card sleeves. They are hands down some of the best card sleeves that I have ever used. And yeah, let's get into the deck. So this deck, I called it the Mocha Devourer of Bread. You'll know why, the win condition. That's obviously the 3-2 Mochas. And my team name for Springfest was actually called Ojama Trio. Alright, and with that out of the way, let's get into the deck profile, starting with, of course, the level 0s. And we're going to start off with 2 on-stage Mitake Rans. So this card's really good if you, your opponent, they just play 1 card, because most people, they only have 1 card. They throw 1 card on the field, and this is on play. Give a character minus 3k if there's only 1 character on your opponent's side of the field. Which is, pretty much instant death for like runners or like cards like that, and oversizers, they will really suffer. So they're good for getting rid of suiciders or like bombs and oversized cards as well. Now I do run these 4 as my brainstorms. They're Pajama Patient Tomoe. If you have a card with Alarm on the top of your clock, you give 1k5 to one of your characters, and she is a pay 1 res 2 searching brainstorm for Afterglow characters, or just music characters, which is pretty much the whole deck. But yeah, this is mandatory. You have no other brainstorming or any way to get brainstorms, because this is a pure Afterglow deck. And in the new set, there's actually the draw 1 ditch brainstorm, but I'm not really gonna run those. This is fine for now. Then I run 4 of the Swimming Trio Himaris with its alarm effect. It's mostly what I run it for. It lets you salvage. It's a ditch salvage as its alarm effect. They play a Climax, bounce this to hand, give 2k to a character. So if you play a Climax, you could give 2k to a character because of this card. You just bounce it back up. And if you have a character with alarm, this could give 1k5. So in total, you could give a character 3k5 if everything's set up really well. And pretty much when the new set comes out, the God, what was it called? The multi-live set, I am gonna cut these ones and these ones out. Sunset Memory Mochas, I don't run it for its alarm effect. I mean, if it's there, it's nice. It does give 2k to a character if I have 3 or more music characters. But she's on play, top check your deck, music character, add to hand, ditch. It's one of those pretty good in digging through your deck, because not like, as you can tell, there's only 4 brainstorms, so you're not going to be cycling through your deck a lot, and this does help a lot. The last level 0 I run is Evening Memory Mitake Ran. Do I really need to explain this card? This card is so fucking good. It's an on-reverse clock shoot bomb at a level 0. Its alarm effect is pay 1, trigger check twice. It has helped me out in the past, but yeah, it's really good, and that's my level 0 line. Alright, off to the level 1s. I do run 2 of the onstage Himaris. It is a 1K5 backup, which is pretty nice, but I mainly use it for the alarm effect. It's that if it's in the top card of your clock, beginning of your main phase, choose a character in your waiting room and you switch it. So, clock it, switch it out with something else with alarm. Mainly, you want to switch it out with a character that has an effect during the climax phase, because you're still in your main phase, you're not gonna get any effects, but as soon as the climax phase hits, you'll be getting the effect, because this is gonna be out. You're just gonna be replaced with something else. So that's really good in itself, so I run 2 of them. Then I run 4 of the onstage Tomoe. She's a clock shoot bomb for cost 0 characters. If you have 2 or more music characters, which if you have a back row, yeah, you will. And then her alarm effect is that, you know, you give a character just got encore. I don't really use it for the alarm effect because mainly if I do have a card that I want to clock, it's either this one or a couple other that I'll show. I'll show what my alarm setup is later in the video, but I do run 4 of these. It is really, really good. Alright, here's a climax combo, always starting Tsugumi. And her climax is Let's Start a Band, and goddamn, look at that Mitake run. She is so cute. But this climax is a split 2K1, and by split, I mean you can only give 2 characters the boosts. You cannot give it to all the characters. But her climax combo is on reverse. If you have this climax, look at the top 4, add a music character, ditch the rest. Then you give one of your characters plus 2K. And as you could probably guess, my ideal level 1s is having this climax combo and having this card on the field. But having multiple of these is what you want. And having the on-play ditch mochas really do help. Also, having this to search out your Tsugumi combo is what you want to be working towards. Alright, the level 2 lineup, I run 1 Hard Strike Tomoe. She is a plus 3K backup, but its alarm is that at the beginning of your climax phase, choose a character and they get 2K plus a soul. If you have 4 or more music characters though, that is its one catch. It is pretty nice, it is free, and this does help out a lot if you have this card in your clock while you're going to be doing the 1-0 climax combo. It is not necessary. I would probably cut this out during the new set, but it's still a good card and I do like it, and I just put it to 1. And then I run 2 Act Don't Think Tsugumis. She has a level assist, 500 forward, and then you can rest this card, look at the top card of your deck, and either leave it there or put it on the bottom. And her alarm effect is just give a character plus 2K if you have 3 or more music characters. I most likely want to play this on the field, and I really don't want this in my clock because its rest effect is really helpful with the 3-2 mochas. And I run 3 of the Present For You Himaris. She is a clock shoot bomb for early drops, and her alarm effect is if I have 4 or more music characters, I could blind stock. And this card is the card that I want in my clock as quickly as possible. As soon as I see this, I'll get it straight into my clock. I'm going to clock it and I'm going to draw 2. I do like to keep at least probably 1 in my hand if I know my opponent is running early drops, or if I feel like my opponent is running early drops, which is, I run 3 of them, so I'm probably going to eventually have one in my hand. Or alternatively, if this is in my waiting room, this is the target that I use for this. I switch this one out with this one, and during my climax phase, I gain a free stock. So I do run 3 of them, but technically I do run 5, because with these Himaris, if I have this in my hand and I have this in my waiting room, I clock it, then during my main phase, switch them out, and there, I'll get the blind stock. So that is one of the main reasons I run these, and I run so many of the 2-1s, because this is really good, really helpful stock acceleration. Why do we need the stock acceleration? Because these bad girls right here, I want to get a full feel of either of these, without worrying if I have the stock or anything. My ideal field is having either 3 of these or having 1 of these and 2 of these. I want to get this Climax combo going as quickly as possible. Now let's talk about these cards. I'm going to start off with Proof I'm Here Ran Mitake. Her effect is on attack, pay 1, mill the top 3 cards of your deck, and burn for each alarm that you revealed. Then her alarm effect is pay 1, put the top card of your deck to the bottom of your clock. And then you could search your deck for an Afterglow character, and you do not have to ditch. That is really, really helpful. It helps search out your level 1 combo, it helps search out your mochas, your 3/2 mochas if you need them. And I love this card so much. And as you could tell, nearly every card in this deck is an alarm card. I think there are only about 2 or 3 different cards that are not. And this card nearly hits every time, minus the Climaxes. And its burn effect is not a Climax combo, which is really, really nice. And I do want to see this card consistently, so I do run 4 of them. Plus, set 1 Afterglow, you only have 2 level 3s, so I'm forced to run these. But I am very happy with this card, and I would keep them in my deck. I'll probably cut this down to 3 after the new set comes out. Uh-oh. Yep. 3/2 mochas. So, this Climax combo is fucking insane. You probably know what this does. You probably had someone perform the Climax combo to you. You probably felt it hurt. So it's on attack, look at the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck, ditch whatever, put everything on the top. Then you do it for yourself as well. So you look at the top 2 of your deck, ditch whatever you don't want, and then yeah, you just keep swinging and swinging, and then at the end phase you heal. That is super helpful for this deck, because if you play it immediately and it healed immediately, you're going to lose whatever effect that it's going to be in your clock. You're going to lose that alarm effect. So it is very nice that you do heal at the very end. So you could probably guess, I do run 4, that is how I roll, then that completes all the Climaxes. So in the new set, at least I think, in the Japanese trial decks, these were not treasure bars, they were gold bags. Which in the new set, in the new English set, we're probably going to get the gold bags. And I would suggest not switching the gold bars out for the gold bags. Because when you trigger this card, this goes right into your hand. Thus, you're going to have this Climax, so you could play, you're most likely guaranteed to have this in your hand. And boom, level 3 comes up, play this, play that. Oh, your opponent's going to have a bad fucking time. So that does round out my level 3s. Like I mentioned earlier, the most ideal would be having these and that. This is like the best level 3 field. Or, you know, alternatively, that is the best. Actually, you know what? This is the best level 3 field. But just to add salt to the wound, this is pretty good right here. Because this is an alarm deck, you want certain cards in your clock. So I'm just going to run through the ones that I mainly clock, like usually like around the level 0, level 1, maybe even at a level 2. Probably I wouldn't want to clock this bad boy, this bad girl, god, I gotta stop saying that, at a level 2, because I want this in my hand because I don't really have a level 2 play, honestly. So yeah, this gets you the search. This lets you salvage. This is a pay 1, lets you trigger twice. And I mentioned with this one, this lets you blind stock as well. So this card here doubles up as any of these. So pretty much I do run 3, 4, 4. So I'm going to be running 5, 6, 6. Because these ones activate during the Climax phase. This card activates during the main phase, the very beginning of your main phase. So like before you do even a single thing, before you play any card or anything, this is going to activate. And then these don't really matter when they're on the top of the clock. As soon as you hit the Climax phase, bam, you get effects as well. Also, alternatively, you could be clocking these, but these ones are pretty much, they just give you boosts and they just give you a little added effect. Like this is a character ditch encore. This one gives you like 2k boost. This one gives you 2k plus a soul. This one gives you 2K. But mainly when you have these in hand, you want to be clocking these. And if you have this in hand, clock that and get one of these 3 down here. Alright, so real quick, I'm just going to go through my ideal level 1 play, because level 1 is usually when you want to start popping off with this Climax combo. You want to have 1, ideally you want to have 2, but best case scenario you're going to have 3, but if you cannot have this field, and you have this card, that is perfectly acceptable, that is fine. This, really good. This is fucking phenomenal. If you don't have this, you would want to probably replace this with something else. Doesn't really matter. And you would want to have these 2 in your back row, ideally. And let's say you have something in your clock, boom, this gets a boost. And because you're going to be playing a Climax, this is going to bounce in the hand and you could boost up one of these. If you don't have one of these, you could switch it out with like another copy of that or another copy of that, and as soon as you play the Climax, you know, boost this up. Or if you have a card in your clock, you know, and you have 2 of these, give the 1K5s here, and like I mentioned earlier, give the 2K to either this one or itself to guarantee the reverses. So let's say you play the Climax, it's kind of off frame, but let's say you play that, give 2K to a character, bam, 2K right here. This card also gets 2K to itself if all your characters are green, which they are. So right now it's at 8-5. Well, it's pretty much guaranteed to run over anything, but let's keep going. You have a card in your clock, boom, 1K5 right here. Let's give it to this one. So that's at fucking 10K already. What are you doing? You're gonna run over everything. And then let's say you played that, bounce this to hand, give a character 2K. Let's give it right here. Bam. You're pretty much guaranteed that you're gonna run over everything. Let's say this is not in the equation and you just have this right here. So you have a character with 6-5 because you give all the boosts right here. You attack with that. Let's say you reverse. Give 2K right there. You're at 8-5. Attack right here. Give 2K to another one. 10K5 right there. Immediately attack. Then you get the effect again. All with just 1 Climax. You have 3 about 10K plus characters. And ideally, that is the best level 1 play. But remember that these are going to go back to 2K5 during your opponent's turn. As for the new set, these are the 4 mainly that I'm going to be putting in. Obviously, this card has been confirmed as a double rare, so rest in peace, my wallet. Also, as well, this one, I think I could be wrong, but I think that's a double rare as well. So I would be running 3 to maybe 3 or 4. I'm gonna need 4 of these bad boys right here. God damn it, bad girls. And then maybe 1 or 2. I'm still debating on that one because it is a global 500, which this deck doesn't have, and it's a pay 2 rest heal, and maybe 2 or maybe 1 of the 3/2 Mocha. And I did have this trial deck for a good while. I actually did buy it in Japan. And yeah, I kind of know what's going to go in, what's going to come out. So yeah, expect a deck update as soon as that is out. And yeah, that was the deck profile for Mocha Devourer of Bread. It's a dumb name, I know. But again, this is what I took to Springfest. Didn't do that well. I lost 1 game and then we had opponents drop the other 2. So we didn't really get to play that much, but you know, it was still fun, like I mentioned. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Weiss Schwarz news, content, deck profiles, unboxings, more Weiss Schwarz stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. And yeah, if you guys want to see more deck profiles, let me know in the comments below. I'll do more. I do have a couple more decks. I do have a Sneaker Bunko deck that I am willing to show if that's something that is interesting or something like that. Or if you guys want to see my updated Love Live Sunshine Mono Blue deck, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, this has been Lunchbox 5930 with Casually Weiss Schwarz saying goodbye.